time he walked on a contest stage
Martinez
was at the 2007 Olympia. He nearly won it. Bodybuilding fans everywhere, ourselves included, have been counting the months waiting to see Victor Martinez recovered from the leg surgery, and we're going to get our first look at Victor as he makes his way to the stage here at the Veterans Auditorium. And I know the judges and the fans and all of us are real excited, and a big welcome back to Victor. Bob, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. There's that pose right there. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of effects from that debilitating injury, Dan. He looks like the Victor Martinez of old. And look at the feathering of the quads. We're gonna have to get a pan back shot. There you go, right there. And again, you got to match left and right. Does the one leg look any different than the other?
Side chest.
But the conditioning looks pretty spot on for Victor. The question with Victor always is he going to retain that conditioning as he goes on? Sometimes he gets better, sometimes he fades. And you're going to catch that as the prejudging goes on. Initially, my thoughts, though, is Victor looks like he's back.
Back, double bicep.
And Bob, there's two questions with Victor. The first question I think may have already been answered, and that is, can you see effects from the injury, from the surgery? And I think the answer to that is no. The second question is the conditioning. When you take 17 and a half months off from competing, can you hop right back in, find that formula? Because if you remember a couple of years back, finding that conditioning, finding that formula was something that Victor struggled with for a period of time. He finally found the formula, and then he got injured.
Well, this is Victor's bread and butter right here. That back double bi and this back lat spread. You can see that. Wide glide, Dan. The lower back, again, is he holding a little bit of water? I've seen him a little bit sharper in the lower back, and you can see it right there. But there are lines there. If he's holding a little bit of water, it's very little. So Victor can certainly get sharper as he goes. You're going to see that in the comparison round coming up.
And as you're watching Victor, we remind you that you are watching a man who has defeated the reigning Mr. Olympia, Dexter Jackson, in each of the past 4 times they've competed against each other. There are many experts out there who consider this to be potentially the best bodybuilder on the planet coming off that 07 Olympia. So really good to see Victor back on stage. But, Bob, I think the question is the water retention. Is that going to hold him back today?
Well, there's always 2 competitions, Dan, as you've heard me say many times. There's Victor against Victor. Again, what the judges are doing is they're getting his first look since,
Thank you, Victor Martinez.
When he was on stage. And you can see right there the mass he carries off. And then there's Victor against everybody else. And as usual, bodybuilding shows are decided when him and Tony Freeman